Hey, this is Jordan from Jersey, and this is what I thought of all the non-Marvel comic books I read the weeks of November 18th and 25th, 2009. Don't forget to go back and watch part 1, which is all the non-Spider-Man Marvel comics I read those 2 weeks as well. As you know, I'm definitely the Marvel fanboy, but come on, I just had to show this off at least once. All the lantern rings. It's kind of cool. I think this technically qualifies me as a White Lantern. I'm not 100% sure how that works. Nothing else, I'm 2 away from being the Mandarin, so yay, I guess. It's cool. So let's jump right in with a really fun one-shot. I wish it wasn't a one-shot, in fact, because I love the source material and I wish that they would do an ongoing series about this, but that is Dr. Horrible, issue 1 of 1. If you don't know who Dr. Horrible is, really? Alright, check out Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog. You can watch it, I think, still on Hulu for free. It's incredible. 45-minute long, super villain-based musical. Written by Joss Whedon and at least one of his brothers, if not both. It's great. It's probably, it's pretty much the reason the internet was invented, so yay for a series of tubes and singing. Now, Dark Horse Comics has put out a couple of Dr. Horrible-themed comics before. I think just 2, but both were online exclusives as far as I know. One was about his roommate Moist, and one was about his archenemy Captain Hammer. This book is kind of a prequel to the awesome musical. It is the origin story of Dr. Horrible, who he looks up to, who he looks up against. That sounded weird. Anyway, it's the supervillain he's kind of based on or looked up to as a kid, and the superhero who he did not like as a child. I don't know why I said it the other way. That was weird. If you have seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog and liked it, and I can't imagine you didn't, I've never met a single person, and I'm sure you're out there, but I haven't met you if you've watched it and didn't like it. Except maybe part 3. But I won't spoil that. Anyway, if you've seen it, go pick this up. There's absolutely no reason you shouldn't. It's, how much is it? $3.50, and it's awesome. It's Dr. Horrible. There's no singing, because that would be kind of difficult to pull off in a comic, admittedly, but it's great. And if you haven't seen Dr. Horrible, go and see it and then buy this comic. All right. Next up, we have from Image Comics, Viking, issue number 4. And I pointed out with the other issues of Viking, but cardstock covers, matte finish, glossy finish together. This is a beautiful cover in itself. You can probably see some of the reflection in the camera there, especially when I do that. Yep, see right there. Really cool. The story continues to be awesome. If you haven't picked it up, check it out. I actually heard from my comic shop guy that it was backordered. He tried to find issue 3 for somebody else and didn't work out so well. But if you can find it, this is a great book. Also from Image, also oversized comics. This is oversized as well, if I didn't point that out. Normal comic, and then this comic. It's quite a bit bigger. These two are also oversized. They are issues 1 and 2 of Cowboy Ninja Viking. I saw issue number 2 on the stands and was like, oh, I should pick that up. I heard it was good. They had exactly 1 copy of issue 1 left, so really good timing. This story focuses on a Cowboy Ninja Viking, kind of. He's a triplet, which means he has 3 personalities. He's crazy. The government decided, hey, we need war on terror stuff, and we'll take these people with multiple personalities, train each of their personalities in a different fighting style, send them to, I guess, the Middle East, and let them loose, and it'll work out awesomely. It worked out terribly. That shouldn't be a surprise to you. I mean, they made the guy a Cowboy Ninja Viking. And his archenemy, at least in issues 1 and 2, is an oceanographer, pirate, gladiator. That's an interesting mix. The issues do a very good job of splitting up the personalities. If you've read any of the Deadpool books in the last few years, you know that they'll use, speech bubbles and then thought bubbles, 2 different styles of thought bubbles to be 2 different extra personalities of Deadpool. Very, very similar thing here, except they'll give you a little icon to let you know, hey, this is the cowboy speaking, this is the ninja speaking, this is the Viking speaking, or this is just the main guy speaking. it's really cool how they do that. I also really like, because it's a theme of threes, um, it's a 3-color comic. The first issue, black, white, and blue. Second issue, black, white, and pinkish red. Probably more pink. But, very cool keeping that theme going on. You probably won't even notice it, but you're reading a story about a guy with 3 personalities in a comic with 3 colors. It's very nifty. Not for the kids, a lot of adult stuff in here, but very cool comic idea. It sounds stupid, I know. Cowboy Ninja Viking, come on. And it is weird that we've got Cowboy Ninja Viking in an oversized book from Image, and we've got Viking in an oversized book from Image. Check them both out. They're both really good books. And finally, for the non-Marvel comics I read this week, well, I should say for the final non-Marvel comics I bought this week, because I'll be completely honest, I did not read either Blackest Night, Justice League of America number 39, or Blackest Night, Booster Gold, issue 36. I bought them just because I bought both of them, and the comic shop guy gave me all the rings, so that was cool. I appreciate that, man. I don't know. First off, I tried to read them. I looked through them. I didn't try hard, but I didn't know what was going on. I don't know these characters for the most part. I don't... I know that's Plastic Man on the cover. I know Booster Gold, a time traveler type thing. The art in Booster Gold, I didn't like it. It looks... I know this is a weird thing to say, and it shouldn't be a put down, but it looks very DC. And there's something about DC's art that I look at it and I go, that's a DC book. And that's great that they have something that ties them together, that I can immediately look at it, and without seeing a character, I know, hey, it looks like a DC book. I don't like DC-looking books. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's, the computer program they use to color stuff, or what it is. I don't like it. Blackest Night, the art was a little bit better. It didn't look like a DC book so much. It looked kind of like a mix of Gabriel Ba and Rob Liefeld, which I know sounds terrible. It really wasn't, but I looked at the story. I don't know who these characters are. I don't care. I bought it for the rings because the rings are kind of nifty and whatever. But yeah, I think with DC stuff, the only things I'm looking at are the Kevin Smith books right now, because at least I like his writing. And Walt Flanagan's art doesn't look like DC stuff, generally. So, whatever. So, that's it for the non-Marvel comics I read this week. Check out Part 1 for the Marvel comics, non-Spider-Man. Check out Part 3, coming right up, where I'll be looking at all the Spider-Man comics I bought over the last 2 weeks. And, hey, see you in Part 3.